Saturday, June 15th. Walk through my garden. Trellis systems slowly going in. Irrigation line, water line will run along the garden up here. Doing away with the water hoses. Still lots of weeds to get worked out. Starting to get straw down in the paths, taking out quite a few weeds. Okra's growing slow but growing. I have to thin a little bit. Mushmelons will be next to get weeded, and they're just starting to vine. Tomatoes are doing quite well for as cold as it is. A few small ones sitting on here and there. Some beginning to bloom. Straw in this section. Squash is vining out nicely. Watermelons will be vining soon. Getting mulch down, stop the weeds from them. Didn't make it to the bell peppers yet. They're finally starting to grow slowly, needing some heat, which we're just not getting. Bush beans have finally begun recovering after the rabbit got into them. Pineapples are growing. Third pineapple starting to form. Sweet corn patch looks pretty nice. Have to get a few weeds pulled out of it. Probably one of the least weedy patches. Squash, bush type, zucchini, yellow squash, looking nice. I thought it would be producing anytime. Seems to be a little slow. This one has a zucchini bloom, but no male flowers to pollinate it, so it won't be producing. Eggplants are beginning to grow. They enjoy the somewhat cooler temperatures. Some peppers are growing. Nice little pepper there. Putting on the plant. Beets are looking quite nice. I didn't get them thin, but I believe they'll do okay. Potatoes are looking good. Cucumbers, I got a large amount of the weeds pulled and some mulch around the plants. Garlic's looking nice. This will be my leeks if they make it. Got them planted real late. Some onions doing nice. If it warms up, they'll begin to bulb. Cabbage isn't looking too bad. Pretty small this year over here. Not the ideal conditions here, it seems. Few weeds. Another pepper patch with my volunteer potatoes. The largest potatoes I've possibly grown as far as the plant's size. This is about 6 inches, 8 inches below my shoulder. Cups still remain for the name of the plants. Have not got labels yet. Just a few from last year. Sweet banana. A few of the onions are deciding to bulb, I believe due to the cooler temperatures. Some onions are looking quite nice and begin to produce a decent bulb. Some were planted quite earlier than others. Volunteer onion. Gotta get the weeds out of my peppers soon so they can start growing. My blood vein sorrel. Not sure where my tag has went. A small volunteer onion in there. A cat wanting to help. Some more tomatoes looking nice. A couple of them not wanting to grow straight up, but get them trained. My volunteer lettuce, I haven't been getting it harvested. And some of the last tomatoes I planted. Volunteer Swiss chard. And my volunteer raspberry, black raspberry. This one, of course, hanging out past the patch. Once I harvest everything, I'm going to rip it out and replace it with some vegetables, thinking about leaving this one in the center. It's growing out of the way. It'll be interesting to see what it'll do over the course of a couple of years. Again, watermelons, cherry tomatoes. They'll have to be kept in the cage. They're doing quite nice. And in the distance there, those are the world's smallest cherry tomatoes, simply what they were called. Cabbage, doing quite nicely over here. Brussels sprouts. Go over to the world's smallest tomatoes. Can't really see them very well. They do get a little larger, but this is probably close to being it. I can hear thunder off in the distance. We're going to have several days of rain. Carrots growing. Going to have 3 more beds when I remember to plant them. Potatoes on the other side. Pole beans in the center, as well as with the cabbage in the center. These will be growing up and shading the cabbage, expecting warm weather. Not getting it this year. My strawberry patch. Bought these at Menards. Supposed to be everbearing. They multiply like crazy, but as you can see, they are done for the year. Same as over here. This is where they were originally planted. Got to get my onions harvested at the top and replanted, and the old ones ripped out. Grapes, some of them are looking good. Got a bit of a fungus on them. I'm hoping I got them sprayed in time to stop it. Really wet this year, good for funguses. Head of cabbage forming there. Another head forming here. And several more getting ready to. Another cabbage that survived the rabbit. All the others didn't make it. And of course my cucamelons are beginning to vine. So those will be heading up the fence. So that is a walk through my garden. Hopefully next time I'll be able to remove much more weeds and get the plants growing. Looking forward to some warmer weather